What it do, Internet? David Baugh here, and today we're going to be reviewing the T360RGB light. Let's get into it. Oh, as long as it looks good for the Internet. Now let's get into just the basics of this light so that you guys get a good idea of what it'll do, and then we'll go over my opinions on the matter. So it does have a metal construction and the base. It's a solid metal pipe. It's got a built-in battery so that you don't have to worry about carrying different batteries around with you and that sort of thing. It'll do full RGB, which is pretty dope. And then the internal battery is actually pretty hefty. It looks like it's 7200 milliamp, which is pretty awesome. It'll get you 4 full hours of power out of it. I actually had it going there for quite a while, and I can confirm you're getting that full amount of power out of it. It's also got a hue, saturation, and intensity, which you can change. So you can change the hue, you can change the brightness on that hue so that you can get nice colors out of it. We'll go all the way up to 100. I do kind of wish, I don't know if you can see here, you probably can't, but there are less lights on the colored side than there are on the other side, which has a pretty hefty array of lights, which is, you know, pretty common with things like this, but you know, decent. You can change your red, green, and blue values to dial in some colors. In the manual they even have some colors listed that you can go through and you can outline. They'll give you the exact color values of each number. So if you wanted this greenish color, you could set it to 189 red, 183 green, and 107 blue or whatever. That's pretty handy in the grand scheme of things. You know, it's nice to be able to dial in colors that you want. In this day and age, you can really craft your image with something like that. Strong enough for a backlight, probably strong enough for a key light too. And then it's also got these different scene modes, which are actually pretty cool. You can even dial them in. So you can say, I want this at 100% to get this lightning effect. And then, oh no, spooky times. Weep. Kind of nice, you know? It gives you a pretty wide range of different things that you can do. There's lightning, there's cinema, there's these police lights, which I'm actually pretty excited for. You know, that's something that's pretty hard to fake. You know, emergency lights tend to be something that are pretty locked down. They only allow you to be doing those things if it's a specific type of thing. So it's nice having it on this light here too. Overall, I'm very happy with it though. It functions exactly the way that you would expect it to. It's got a lot of really nice built-in features. As far as handheld lights go, I think they're making a great deal of improvements. You know, it's got a lot more range than I would say like the Quasar lights have. I think even those Yongnuo lights that I have, they've made a great deal of improvements. I really like the all-metal construction. They're also supposed to be coming out with an app fairly soon, I understand, or they already have an app. I'm not sure about that one in particular. The Yongnuo lights also have an app, I just never break it out, you know, and the controls on this thing are pretty decent, that I don't think that's something I'm really going to need all too much of right now, but it's nice that that will be an option going forward. I also really like the internal diffusion sheet that you can pull out so that you can get much harder light, you know, especially with the colors. That tends to be something that you want pretty soft. Although you can take it out and you can pop it into the next side of it. I do, you know, that internal battery is pretty long. 4 hours of continuous shots, it's gonna get you pretty far. You know, you shouldn't have too many issues with that, because you gotta think that, you know, you're gonna be turning it on and off quite a bit. You know, it's something that you don't need 4 hours of continuous stuff, right? Because if it's on for 3 minutes during a take and then you turn it off, you know, for 15 minutes, you're obviously going to expand that quite a bit. I seldom have these types of lights on the whole time, but it's great for like product shots. It's really great for doing all sorts of stuff. It's just an all-around pretty versatile light. I do wish this end cap was a little bit different. You can see, even I just put it on there. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong with this end cap and it's only able to go on a certain way, or if it's something else. It does have a little groove in there to, I guess, get it on the right way. But, you know, even with that, it's sort of sitting a little crooked there. I did take this to one other location and the top piece just popped all the way off. It, you know, that I wish was different. And I wish that you could use both sides at once, which I was kind of on the fence about to begin with, but I really think that you have those extra lights. It would be nice to be able to, say, light your subject and light the background, or have the lightning going on one side and a blue on the other, for instance, would be kind of nice, so that it's not empty when it's, you know, when it's turning on and off the way that it's supposed to with that lightning effect. But largely a pretty versatile light. I'd probably give this definitely a 4 out of 5. I'd say it absolutely is better than the Yongnuo lights. I'll do a head-to-head video at some point, but this is definitely worth the money. I think it was $160 on Amazon when I bought it. But you can do all sorts of stuff with this. Baby photos would be nice, where you can actually just move it because they're moving around, right? Or subjects where you have them moving around quite a bit. It's nice to be able to just turn it on and, you know, oh, they're just over there or whatever. Maybe not the police. But it's pretty nice. It's got a pretty accurate color temperature, I found. It's got a really wide range of colors, both in the white side, you know, because that's something you don't often get. It goes all the way to 85. I think most lights are going to stop, like my softbox here, that's going to stop at 6500. And it goes all the way down to, it'll go all the way down to 2500, which is pretty yellow. And that's awesome. And then you can even set it to flicker a little bit, which is pretty dope. But all in all, I definitely really like it. But that's all I had for you guys today. It was a pleasure as always, and you have a wonderful evening.